let's do some rapid fires. I sent you this list before. I've added a couple.
Okay.
So what's your most memorable race?
My most memorable race, I'd say, is probably one of the conference championships with the guys at the University of Tulsa. Just we were fortunate to be pretty high up there in the conference cross country championships and stuff. And I feel like that team aspect is something that people don't normally realize about running, especially in university, as it is very team oriented, especially with my experience in the States. A lot of it was focused on, getting that team to nationals, getting that team the conference championship. So I absolutely loved racing for the team. And, we're obviously all tired out there trying to double on races and some guys did the distance medley relays and all that stuff. And it's just great to all pull together and be able to try and accomplish a common goal. And, that kind of goes back to Stacy's question there about running with the guys in university. It's just such a great vibe to be able to all, be really good friends, be really good teammates and learn off each other and be able to develop with each other as we grow throughout university.
On the other end, what's the race you'd most like to forget?
Yeah, my answer is honestly pretty similar. The one that always sticks in my head is regionals in my fourth year of university. We missed nationals by one spot, and we didn't have enough points to make it on the point system. So our season just ended abruptly, and it was honestly very tragic. And that was probably left the biggest pit in my stomach even in my fifth year, I was like, man, I wish I redshirted that year now just so I could run again. And so, that was a tough way to end my university cross country career, but luckily I still had some track eligibility to make it up for it.
Well, I know how you feel. So you and I ran against each other in high school. Against is a bit of a misnomer, but anyway, we finished third and your team finished second to qualify for OFSA one year, and we didn't it was like 8 points or something. Anyway, 8 points is a lot, but still, it's not comparable at all, but it's stung.
No, for sure. I feel you. It's a tough one. It's really tough to just feel, obviously all season we're thinking about NCAAs and we're going to go to nationals and all that. And then all of a sudden it just ended and we drove 5 hours home in a silent car and we're all just pissed, So that was a rough week.
All right. Who is your Canadian or just generally running like hero or mentor or?
Yeah. I don't know if I can single just one person. I've had so many people that have been really important in my development as an athlete. I mentioned some of my teammates like Mark Scott, and we had Chris O'Hare there for a little bit in my last couple of years. So guys like that really showed me what it takes to be an elite athlete and what I need to do in terms of training and recovery and social life and, not taking the sport absolutely seriously every single time. So those guys are really formative in my careers and not just the top athletes. There's lots of guys that were, the grinder types in university that really showed me work ethic and all that kind of stuff. So the university guys, that's definitely one pool. But then, there's lots of guys in the Canadian scene, guys like Reed Coolsat that I've spoken to quite a bit, and he's given me a lot of advice and even just looking at his Strava and all that kind of stuff, different training styles and different ways he adapts through injuries and all that kind of stuff. And not to mention he's been kind of the face of Canadian marathoning for so long and all that kind of stuff. So he's been really formative in inspiring me to try out the marathons, try out road racing. And, there's so many others that have been really important in my career development and athlete development.
What's your favorite pair of shoes?
That's a tough one. I go back and forth on different brands, but I like to have a heavier kind of cushiony kind of shoe and then more of a relaxed kind of shoe. So I like using the Nike Pegasus a lot, and then also Adidas Ultra Boost are a good one too. So I cycle through shoes like that. Some of them are a little cushionier, some of them are a little faster.
What's your go-to pre-race meal?
I try to stay away from.
Sorry, go ahead.
I try and stay away from traditions just so that I don't pigeonhole myself. Any kind of basic pasta, chicken, whatever it is, rice. Just I don't. The traditions in my head. If I go to a race and I need spaghetti and meatballs and I can't find a restaurant that'll give me a good set of spaghetti and meatballs, I feel like I'll mentally start to freak out. So I try and stay away from that. Just go with the flow, whatever I can get that won't mess with my stomach the next day.
That's some very good advice. All right. If you could do another Olympic sport, what would it be? I think you're going to say hockey, but
I mean, I'd love to. I'd love to play hockey. That obviously didn't work out. I played hockey for, since probably grade 1 through grade 11, or if not more than that. So, yeah, hockey's always got a really good place in my heart. And I mean, that's a tough sport to make. Obviously, running's a tough sport to make too. But I don't think I had the body type to keep going in hockey. Which
NHL team do you cheer for?
If you
don't say the Leafs, I'm going to turn it off right now. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, you got to cheer for the home team. I love the Leafs. If they're on, obviously I'll watch and cheer for them. But I like kind of watching the other teams too. I've always been a fan of the Rangers, and yeah, there's a couple teams. I just like watching hockey. And, if the Leafs are on, I'll cheer for them. That's for sure.
Great. All right, you're allowed to stay. What's your favorite running route? Can be anywhere.
I really like my trails back home in Milton. Hilton Falls was very formative. I loved running there. I in high school probably ran there 5 out of the 7 days of the week, kind of thing. So I love going back there and running through the trails. I think I know all the trails by heart now. So that's one of my favorite places. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot better than Kelso too, because you don't have to go up the giant ski hill. Okay. Yeah. Favorite workout?
If I'm training for small, like shorter races, like 5K, 10K, even half marathon kind of stuff, I'd say kilometer repeats. I'm a big fan of, off like a minute or something like that on the track. I really like that kind of workout, somewhere in the 8 to 12 rep range. That's always a good fitness tester, good way to mentally get through a workout. And I really like that workout. But I also really like long tempos, like a good 10 or 15 mile tempo. I've really started to enjoy that in my marathon years. And we did a lot of those in Tulsa too. So yeah, I'd say either track workout is kilometer repeats, and then road running or tempo workout is just a long 10, 12, 15 mile tempo.
All right. Last question. What's your bucket list race?
That's tough. I mean, I would have loved to run London, any one of those major marathons, and, like London, Berlin, Boston, all those. Obviously that would be really cool. There's so many different ones. Like the Barkley Marathon would be really fun. I mean, I think I would be terrible at it, but who knows? I don't know what's in store for me after I stop road racing or anything like that. But the other one I've watched, for some reason, it started popping up on my YouTube channel. I've gone into the whole of it, is like Ironman racing. I feel like that would be unreal too. I really need to start to learn how I can swim, but not like them. So that's a very far in the future kind of thing, but that would be really cool as well.
I can see you versus Mike Woods now. That's where can people find you on social media?
Yeah, I've got Instagram and Strava are my two main ones, and Facebook as well. So I don't have a Twitter or anything like that, but yeah, Instagram and Strava are the ones I'm on the most.
Hi everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing with your friends and on social media. Take care, and we'll see you next time.